Hi there, welcome to Yoga for Ryan. I'm Steph, you're Ryan, and today we're going to be moving through a short yoga practice for office legs. So you can begin, start at the top of your mat. You're not going to need any props today, just a mat, a little bit of quiet time, your body, your breath. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, start to lengthen through your spine. Bend gently into the knees, sweep the arms overhead, bring the gaze towards the ceiling. Inhale again, reach a little bit higher, and exhale, reverse swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Plant the hands on the ground, step both feet back, plank. We'll be here for 2 breaths. Belly button hugs towards the spine. Hands are actively pressing into your mat, pressing the shoulders through the ribs, or the ribs through the shoulders. 1 more breath. Good. Hips high, gentle bend in the knees, chest presses towards the thighs, downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to settle in. Noticing any sensation in your body, maybe your hamstrings, your spine. Shifting the left foot a little bit closer to the center of your mat. On an inhale, sweep the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Step the right leg forward. Chest pushes through the shoulders. Drop the back knee. Let the back foot be flat. Inhale the arms up, low lunge. 2 breaths here. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward, strong through the pelvis, and then from there, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into the posture. Good, hands back to the earth. Step the right foot back to meet the left, plank. 1 more moment here. And then hips high, gentle bend in the knees, chest towards the thighs, down dog. Step the right foot a little bit closer to the center of the mat and sweep the left foot up behind you. Step the left foot forward between the hands. Nice long spine, chest presses between the shoulders. Back knee drops. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Left hip back, right hip forward. Sink a little deeper into the hips. Stay active through the right glute. 1 more breath. Hands back to the earth. Left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. Good. Step both feet to the front of your mat, hip distance apart, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Plant hands on the ground. Step right foot forward. Stay high on the toes. Really engage through the right quad. So kneecap pulls up here. Press firmly into your left foot. And then inhale, sweep both arms up. High lunge. 2 breaths here. If you're feeling a little bit off balance, maybe finding a fixed point to gaze at. Good. Pivot on the back foot. Warrior 2. 2 breaths here. Straighten through the front leg. Left toes face the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, long spine, wide-legged forward fold. One more breath here. Long spine, rise up. Point the right toes towards the back edge of your mat. Pivot on the back foot. Windmill the arms up. Warrior two, opposite side. Don't worry about not facing your video, just following the sound of my voice. One more breath here, warrior two. And then we're gonna sweep both arms up into the sky, pivot on the back foot, high lunge. So deep bend in the front knee, really strong through the back leg. 2 full breaths. Good, again, pivoting both feet to the long edge of your mat, wide-legged forward fold. Maybe taking a nice deep bend in the knee, working on bringing your head a little bit closer to the earth. Then we're going to walk both hands around to the front of our mat, onto either side of our left foot. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, sweep the arms up, sit the hips back, chair pose. Belly button hugs toward your spine. Shoulder blades draw together on the back body, and then shift the hips just a little bit further back. Take a look down at your knees, making sure that you can see your big toes here and your knees aren't dropping in. Strong glute engagement, 3 breaths. Good, inhale, slowly rising all the way up to stand. Reach up, look up. Exhale, reverse swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant both hands, step the feet back, plank pose. Holding here for a breath, and then sending the hips high, chest towards the thighs, down dog. Inhale, sweep left leg up, and then bring your left knee to your left elbow. Bring the left leg parallel on your mat for pigeon pose, and start to sink down into your hips. Nice integrity in the spine here, shoulders together on the back body, gentle tuck of the chin, long spine first, and then from there, maybe starting to sink over the front leg. Just a couple more breaths here. Taking this opportunity to notice the heat in your body, the sensations coursing through it. Noticing your breath. Noticing your mind. Where does it go? Gently bringing it back without judging yourself. And in your own time, rising up. Hands come flat to the earth. Nice strong spine. Engaging strong through the back leg, so knee and thigh lift off the mat. And we're going to press our palms firmly into the mat, use the strength of the leg and the arms to float the left leg back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale, when you're ready, right leg up behind. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, drawing the right foot parallel on your mat. Pigeon pose, opposite side. So again, finding that integrity in the spine first before folding. And the same principle here as in a lunge where the right hip draws back, the left hip draws forward. It gives us a little bit of buoyancy first. And then from there, we can start to sink a little bit further into our posture. Sticking with the breath, sticking with the body. Starting to create some space in the hips. Length equals strength. The idea being that in order for a muscle contraction to occur, we rely on the overlapping of muscle fibers, and the more length there is in a muscle, the more space there is for an overlap, and therefore the bigger muscle contraction that we can have. So length really does equal strength. One more full breath here. Making your way up. Hands come to the mat. Left leg is engaged very strongly. Knee and thigh float off the mat. Press firm into the hands. Float the right leg back to meet the left. And then we're going to take the knees wide, toes together. Sit the hips back over top of the heels. Child's pose. Hands can be reaching in front. They can be at either side, behind, or you can place one hand on top of the other and rest one cheek on your hands. No right or wrong here. Be here for 3 more breaths. From here, we'll move through a little bit of a slower ground sequence before finding shivasana, final resting pose. Now that the body's nice and warmed up. So we're going to come into all fours. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone rises, chest presses through shoulders, cow pose. Exhale, tailbone tucks, round the spine, chin to chest, cat. 2 more of those. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Right hand finds the center of the mat. Left hand draws a line across the arm, the chest, all the way up to the sky. And then on an exhale, we're going to bring the arm between the hand and the knee, thread the needle, coming down onto our left shoulder. You can take your hand on the ground and use it to increase the twist a little bit here. Interlace fingers and draw the left arm away from the body, a little bit of traction, or just find a nice multi-relaxed posture. Your body, your choice. One more breath here. And then planting the right hand on the ground. Inhale, left arm sweeps towards the sky. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Inhale, right arm draws a line across the arm, the chest, all the way to the ceiling. And exhale, thread the needle, opposite side. Finding a variation that feels good in your body, in your practice today. One side might be different than the other. And just taking a couple more breaths here. This is a great posture for thoracic mobility. The thoracic is the part of your spine that attaches to the rib cage, and the vertebrae in this area are specifically designed to be able to rotate, to be able to twist. So it's a great mobility exercise for the thoracic spine. Good. Left hand grounds into the earth. Right arm sweeps up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Right hand to the earth. We're going to step both soles of the feet to the ground. Sink the hips down. Elbows come to the inside of the thighs. Palms come together at heart center. Imagine your back pressing up against a wall behind you, yogi squat. Just a few breaths here. Bring your hands back to the ground. And then maybe sitting back on your mat. Legs out long in front. Maybe windshield wipering the feet back and forth one time. Maybe taking the fleshy part of your bum, getting a little bit more grounding from your sits bone into the earth. We don't want our lower back to be rounding here. We're looking for a little bit of anterior pelvic tilt. So if your knees need to bend, no problem. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, draw the backs of the palms along the earth, around the spine, all the way up to straight. Reach up high overhead, and then again, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold. Good, we'll do one more of those. Inhale, rise up. And exhale to fold. This time we'll pause in a fold, letting the head hang heavy and relaxed, letting go of any tension in the abdomen, the belly. Maybe letting go of tension in the tops of your feet. Where can you be just a little bit softer? One more full breath here. Complete exhale, exhaling everything you got. Inhale, rise up. We're going to find our way onto our backs. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rocking back and forth a couple times, massaging out the lower back. And then we're going to let our legs drop over to the right side of our mat. Legs can be bent or straightened. You can also take something in between the thighs here if you've got a lot of space. Right arm to the outside of the left leg. Left arm reaches out to the left side of the mat, nice big T, and maybe taking the gaze over the left shoulder to complete the twist. 4 full breaths, supine twist. Supine just means laying face up. In your own time, drawing left leg into your chest, and then right. Having a little wiggle. And when you're ready, letting both legs fall over to the left side of your mat. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Right arm stretches out long, maybe taking your gaze over the right shoulder. 4 full breaths here. This is yoga for office legs, but this is also yoga for office stress. Yoga for Ryan. Good. Drawing right leg back into your chest and then left. And then we're going to thread our arms through the insides of our legs and grab the outside edges of our feet. So our elbows are inside of our knees, but our hands are grasping the outside edge of our feet. We're going to draw the feet so that they're parallel with the ceiling. And we're going to try and find some continuity in the back here. So hopefully most of your back body is pressing into the earth. You can rock the head back and forth a couple times, creates a gentle tuck of the chin, elongating the neck. And then we're going to simultaneously sort of push into our hands with our feet and also draw our legs down towards the earth with our hands. So creating a little bit of opposition here. 2 more breaths. Good. Soles of the feet find the mat. And we're going to keep our knees up. Check in with your fingertips here. They should be able to just graze the back of your heels. Flatten the lower back against the earth. Imagine that there is a bowl of water in your pelvis and you're not wanting it to tip out or spill anywhere. Good. From here, engage the core, fire up through the glutes. On an inhale, lift your glutes into a glute bridge. 2 breaths here. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe play with really grounding through one foot and lifting the opposite leg while keeping the pelvis parallel. This is turning into more than 2 breaths, but that's okay. Beautiful, strong posture to end the practice. When you're ready, we're going to lower the spine down to the earth, 1 vertebrae at a time. When you land, letting your legs stretch out long, palms come face up at your sides, and making sure to just take a couple moments at the end of your practice to let it all sink in, this integration time that we so desperately need. Maybe extending yourself some gratitude for just showing up today in your body, for yourself, and therefore creating a little ripple in the world around you of goodness,